Well, we got some comments. So let's get on that. And there's Christian. I saw it in the notifications after I loaded my last one. There's another one and another one. All right, y'all. This will be some good stuff. Hopefully he can bring a little insight to help us with our quandary. Again, every day's a long shot. The chances are always about 1 in, 600. In other words, between now and 2 years out, that he would go down. But one day it's just going to hit. One day it's just going to happen. And so I wanted to look at my personal ciphers. Now, my Groundhog Day divorce date is on the 26th. That would have him rising on the 28th. But I will tell you the 28th, which has him rising on the 30th, per that last video. If you include both dates, it's 28th, him rising on the 29th. 27th, rising on the 29th. I got hit by a paper airplane in the right eye. And I couldn't prove that to y'all, but y'all remember me telling you about it. I did prove to you when I got busted over the right eye and was bleeding. I showed you the blood. I opened a gate, a metal gate, back at our O.J. Brentwood style murder scene, little pavement, enclosed, fenced in area. It's freaky looking. And when I slung the gate open, my foot was out in front, and the gate stopped at my foot. But I walked as if the gate was going to keep opening. Boing. And I did a video showing y'all that busted up eye. Blood right over my right eyebrow. And I was like 2 eye wounds within about 6 months. It's crazy. So, but the first one, the paper airplane. Now, this is an airplane. Come on, an airplane hit you in an airplane. What hit the twin Trumps hit me in my right eye. That puts us on the 28th. If you include both dates, it puts us on the 27th. Why do we like the 27th? Because it's a Friday. That's Bible study. Let's see what Zoom numbers this thing gives us. What if there's a 127 in there? Would the Holy Spirit allow that? Well, we got a 186, 33, 93. It's 1052 in length. Well, what do you know? It'll be 153 on the thumbnail, but when you click it, it'll be 1052. And you just got to love that. All right, hang on. Let me put it through. So again, these personal ciphers, they're big deals. Big deals. Big deals. Paper airplane, huh? 28th. 27th if you include both dates. Nothing for the rising day on the 30th in a personal cipher. February 2nd to the 4th, I have 3 personals on the 2nd, 3 on the 4th, and 3 on the 3rd. So it's 3, 3, and 3. So that's super interesting. Yeah. All right. Don't sleep on that February 7th either. I saw something that really connected to that. I got 3 personals on that. That is a 27. And it's a 72, February 7th, 7th day, 2nd month, or 2/7, 2nd month, 7th day. So it's never over, right? It's just never over. Super Bowl Sunday, May Day, birthday, 1985, 5/01, 1985, or 5/1. Okay. Let's go to the comments. Christian, what you got for us, man? I mean, seriously. The suspected Gunman, who allegedly SHOT 20 people, 10 of them, Fatally, you know, casket. They're heading to the casket, 10 of them. That is what we call in the business, if I may be so diligent in telling y'all what that is. That is what we would call a, let me just spell this out for you. Whoops. That's what that is. And I know y'all know it is. Already know y'all know it. What did they do? They ushered in the new year, year of the rabbit. And that equals 2-1. Lisa Marie's birthday, 2-1. Again, heavy codes with this 21, which also means 2 becoming 1 to me, which the Antichrist and Satan are going to do. Again, with the, I mean, you could be looking at February 21st, 2-21, TO, the 2 becoming 1. That would have him going down on the 19th. I'll tell you something big popped up on that 19th. What was that? What in the world was it that popped up on the 19th? I was like, wow, the 19th. I can't remember. But doubt it not. Again, heavy codes with 2 and 1. Again with 10-10. Of course, our reverse 9-11, 11-9. Really looks like they are pointing to Groundhog Day or Super Bowl weekend for some type of event. Bing, bing. Nice job. Hello, Trey. You probably have already seen this. Police suspect remains on the loose after all that at the PSY, capital OP. Yeah, man, the Lunar New Year. Blackout Super Bowl to Super Bowl 57, 10 years, 10 days. They just raised the death toll to 11. 1 of the injured died. Now it's 11 dead, 9 injured. Can we get an address of this place? Address of New Year's Asian shooting. Monterey Park Dance Studio. Monterey Park Dance Studio.
All right, dance studio around Monterey Park.
So hang on a second. I'll try to get us an address and a zip code. All right, my search engine skills, which are usually flawless. The AI is not bringing it up for me, so I'm very curious to what that address is. If any of y'all can get me an address of that dance club. It was a Los Angeles suburb. Monterey Dance Club, Los Angeles suburb. I'll do one more search. Hang on. Yeah, because that's not actually where it's at. 122 West Gravery Avenue. Now we're talking. Star Dance Studio. So that's it. Got it. Thank you, Lord. So it's 122, which is January 22nd, or it's February 12th. That's Super Bowl Sunday, by the way. That is Super Bowl Sunday. If you look at the telephone number for the place, 626-288-0266. O2 is Earl. That always was kind of meaning, death to me my whole life. When I'd see the O2, it reminded me of Earl's number 2, and who was killed by a 22, and there it is, 122. So if we go 122, 91754. Let's times it by each other first. 122 times 91754. Sure enough, you get 111.9, ends in an 88. It's got a 98, which is the 98th verse is the crowning verse of Revelation, the 98th verse. Well, that's pretty fascinating. Let's do the whole address now. Times Trump's number. Let's just do it by Trump's number. Times it by 86. That's pretty busy. All right, let's times it by the date of when the shooting took place. What time did the Monterey Dance Studio shooting? So what time was the 11th victim dies? That was nice work there, Christian. So hang on, let me try to find what day. All indications are it occurred on the 22nd. So 122, 91754. Nothing much. But today's the day the 11th one died. Today's the day it went 9/11. We do have an 86 with the 18. By the way, in the hours, I forgot to point out when it said 186 in the hours. I think that was from our total solar eclipse to our dates that we're looking at here on the 27th, 28th, rising on 29th, 30th. When you see that 186 in the hours, that's 18 fused with the 86. 18, 6 plus 6 plus 6. I forgot to point that out earlier. All right, so let's keep going with Christian's comments. Let me load this Bible study to Facebook. Hang on, or I'll forget. Get back to the lecture at hand. So it raised 9/11. Yeah, I mean, we were looking for an event that day. Well, it's true, but we're always just looking for the big event, But we feel we're just so close. That water bursting, are you kidding me? And we always have to go back and Christian made a point about the Pisces moon. So I think it behooves us to always look at these moons. And on the 28th, you get your square. On the Friday, though, you get your head wound Aries moon. And then the frictional day begins on Saturday, the 28th, the square. So I would say that I would be leaning towards the event being the 27th. And remember, there's a 27 in every single combined number of me and Candy times a year since I met her in 2005. There was a 27. And was that always giving us the date? Even when I met her in 2005 and, all into 2006 when we were engaged, it had a 27, and that wasn't even in the rotation. It was the last 2 years of 626, 126 on that 16-year anomaly rotation. The year we got married, it rolled into 627, 127, which continued for 16 years, right smack down in the middle. And sure enough, what does it say in 2022? 2001 followed by 127. Now you say, well, that's the year before. Well, let's go back and look at me and her combined the year before 9/11, which was just 2000 times our combined number 455-000-6328. You got a 9/11. 9100000. And you get a 126 there, which means 9/11 fused with January 26th. Or is that the eve? Let's look at the 26th as eve. Eve in Strong's Concordance 2096 times 26 times 2023. I like it. It is 339 to go, 339 times 2096 times, wow, 7154, GOD, times 2023. I see, that's really picking up steam right there, folks. 37, 37, 73, 73. What's another way to say E? 5225, EVE times 26 times 2023. There's the 455. Hey man, man. So if there was a 9/11 on the year before 9/11 in Candy and I's combined number, then is it the year before that's telling you? 2001 on January 27th. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Did we find our date? Because look what we got for the year 2023. The total solar eclipse of 24, or the 20th of April, or April 20th total solar, which would be the abomination of desolation if he's going down on the 27th. They can kill 2 billion in that amount of time. We say it like it's, just matter of fact. But if 4 days from now, this really did happen, we would absolutely be out of our minds. Because as the world would slowly start to see everything, they would just be like, oh, Trump's down. Well, boy, this is going to be another GEORGEFLOYD with RIOTS in the streets. This will be another JAN, the number 6TH, JAN 6TH. This will be another, it's going to be nuts, people will be thinking. But what will we know? 2 billion are about to die. War, famine, death to 2 billion. And who puts a stop to it? Yeah, now you're at the abomination of desolation if you live through that. Where the superheroes are about to all come for you and lop your head off. They'll come right through a door. They'll come right through any window. You got windows boarded up. You think the birds came through boarded up windows in that Hitchcock movie? What will superhumans do? Go back to the movie Venom or The Exorcist, where they showed you the power of the fallen angel human hybrids taking over the human body spiritually, possessing them, using the human body as an avatar. Jesus told the Jews, he goes, if you happen to be in Judea when all this is taking place, head for the hills, run. Don't even go inside to grab any clothing. Do you really think that people are going to be thinking about, do I want to take the mark or not? Why wouldn't Jesus just say, well, now you know what you need to do. You need not to take the mark. No, he said, run. Why? Because as soon as everybody is told to worship the image, as soon as they do it, they're going to be uploaded. It'll be like in The Exorcist when she played with that Ouija board and the spirit entered her. Through the technology, Satan is the prince of power in the air. They'll just enter the body. So if he goes down the 27th, that's what you got to look forward to. So while everybody else is glued to their sets, we know blackouts are coming. We know the grid's about to go down. We know no more grocery stores in a few days. I'm just saying, we know that. We'll be freaking out. We will be freaking out. The 27th is when I got dotted in the eye, and that combined number of Candy and I tells us it's 127. Is the 2001 on 127. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. And it looks like on the 95th day is when that explosion is going to be, because then you got the 95 followed by 216, which is Abomination of Desolation Day. The 95th day is 15 days. That's April 5th. If you're playing along at home. April 5th, 15 days before the Abomination of Desolation, I think is an IPEC gut when you see that nuclear blast. Unbelievable. Won't nothing happen. Nothing ever does happen. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. Might be a little facetious. I need to stop that. Because if the Holy Spirit is with us, he doesn't want to hear any sarcasm. Y'all know I just do it for entertainment purposes, but this is serious stuff. Very serious stuff. Of course it is. All right. Let's finish off with, by the way, yep, it's an Aries head wound. Then you go down to a Taurus moon on the 28th. He would rise on the 29th on a Taurus moon. Absolute all HE double toothpicks would be breaking out by that Gemini moon. You get into Groundhog Day, there's just no telling. Just no telling, is there? Wait till you get to that full moon. Groundhog Day. Cancer. Thursday. Well, actually, Wednesday afternoon. Thursday. Friday. So that doesn't have him rising through a full moon on the third day. This 27th doesn't. It sure hits right on the day I got that paper airplane 37 progression right eye wound. Hits smack dab on it, doesn't it? But I need to guard against putting all my chips in the middle of the table again. Just need to keep an open mind. Yes, I did start a playlist. That's the kiss of death, isn't it? I don't believe in jinxes, though. Jinxes are for people that believe in jinxes. I don't have the power to jinx or change anything. Jinxing something means you have the power to do something when God's ordained the end from the beginning. So it's got 2 videos on it. I guess this will be the third. All right, let's keep going with Christian, please. He's got 2 more comments. Suspected GMN, yes, SHOT 20. Okay, I read that one already, so I didn't give it no love. Okay, got 1 more comment left with a reply from him. 411 CBS, 11 killed. Look at the time, 10:20 a.m. and the person they were interviewing is named Luna. Lunatic. Well, Luna is the goddess. Who is the goddess Luna? I had an Aunt Luna. And remember, and her sister, my grandmother, wanted me to call her Nana for Inanna. So is there an issue in my bloodline with paganism or mystery Babylonianism or the mystery religions isms? You better believe it. My grandmother was not a nice person. Loved her. She had a rough life. She treated her husband, my step-grandfather, like dirt. Dirt. That's Luna. So they're certainly giving you the moon goddess. The suspect in the incident, it was the nation's 5th. When they call it an MASS, what do you think mass is in Catholicism? And they call it a mass, KILLING. Get it? Wink, wink. They all know what they're doing. They know what they're saying. We pick up on stuff slowly. Luna said earlier Sunday that law enforcement was dealing okay. Single gunshot inside the vehicle. Yeah, and then we saw that on the news. That was pretty crazy. Okay. Christian, we thank you again as usual. We thank you again as usual. Let's take a look at Trump. Let's take a look at the days now that we might have it narrowed down. Let's look specific at 27. Why is it all highlighted in yellow? Oh, I did that the other day when I made my playlist, I guess. He would be going down on a Friday, the 27th, just like Jesus died on a Friday, and he would rise on a Sunday, which would be the 29th. Trump would go down at 279, 86 days old. 279 for Daniel, 927, 86. He would rise on the 29th as he's 279, Daniel, 88. Stepdaughter, 9082. Remember how she's more tied to this than anybody we've ever known in our lives, isn't she? Or that crazy number she's got. You got your 97th verse, which is opening the seals. Let's look at 9082 times her number. 138, 88, 86ing up. Got your 343, which is 7 times 7 times 7. Times that by 7154. Got your 727. Dead in the middle of it, the length of IPEC goat. All right. I want to look at that date from the December 14th include both dates is what we have to do, which they love to do that when it has to do with an eclipse. Eclipses more than events are tied to anything tied to an eclipse is usually both dates. That would have him going down on 275 for Donnie Darko, 775, because October 2nd is day 275. 186 in the hours, that's 18. 6 plus 6 plus 6, fused with the 86. If you run it to the rising day on Sunday the 29th, including both dates, it's 777. Look at the minutes, 111888. Run it to 9/11. Seven 808, 21416. But when he rises, now see, this is not an eclipse, so you don't include both dates. Which those aren't automatic, but let's just say. Well, first of all, it's 7/8/10. 8/10 is Tracy McGrady Sr.'s birthday, August 10th. But it's 21418. So it's deadly wound Bible verse, the 214th, the 214 Bible verse is the first time deadly wound is mentioned at what? 13-3, which was the distance of that Super Bowl. That was the score of that Super Bowl, 13-3. I forgot to mention that. That's good enough, isn't it? 13-3. It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 3. It was February 3rd, 2019, 3rd, hitting on the 27th. It's 3/11 in 24 days. What did we want to hit it with, though? We wanted to hit it on the 29th. It's a 187 in the hours, by the way, from 9/11. If you go to the 27th, it's 187,392. But if you go to the 29th, you get that 214 fused with the 18. 3/11 and 24, and on the rising day, on the Sunday, you get 3/11/26. Look at the minutes. Begins with Eve, 2096, followed by 640. Unbelievable. Don't even get me started on that. Well, it's 20966, so it's Eve fused with Book of Revelation, followed by a 40, which 40 is always 40 hours is a work week. God's work being done, 40 days, 40 nights. Jesus fasted 40, wandering in the desert 40 years. 40 is it's a very biblical number of things that, it's just God's work it's just work that has to be done. This stuff has to be done. 3/11/26. When you run it to the Dark Knight Rises, if you remember that we're in that 38 coding right now with the days. So what kind of 38? It's 38:45 on the rising day. 169, 1269. Down there with the years, months, days, and all that, but it's 38:45, y'all. Murder code 84 in the middle, which is 12 for the church times 7 for cleansing. 84 reps that. You got 322 in the seconds, 3322. But if you go to the 27th, it's 38:43. If you go to the Dark Knight itself, to the darkened right eye, event date, it's 5306. 1469. Golly. Why do I think we found it? And I say that every single time. I talk myself into stuff, don't I? I start manipulating numbers. I start seeing what I want to see, don't I? I got hit in the right eye, progresses to the 27th with a paper airplane. Oh, my goodness gracious. Take the bloody shot, Skyfall, and I'll get out of here. Skyfall, Wikipedia. I want to say it's 10/26/2012. But I get all these. They all run together for me. It is 6/26/2012. Yay. I mean 10/26/2012. 10/26. Let's go. Take the bloody shot. 37.45. Perfect. 374, 37. The next progression is 74. 37 plus 37 is 74. It's fused together with the 45. '89, '88 in the hours. But he rises. Remember in the credits, the Yoni grabs him, so it's all about resurrection. 37.47. 10 years, 3 months, 3 days. 1033 or 133 coded. That's deadly wound. Deadly wound was healed, I think. Revelation 13:3, King James Version, Bible Gateway. Hey, it's 8:38, y'all. In 52 seconds. I saw one of his heads as if it was wounded to death, and what? His deadly wound was healed. So that works just fine with a rising day. And that is why you got 133. It's deadly wound, and it's healed because he's risen on the 29th on the Sunday. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Run it too. Let's do our last one. Last big cipher. What do y'all think it is? Miss American Pie song, Wikipedia. We just looked at it just yesterday. But our former contributor, he lived and breathed this one. So I'm going to take him at his May 26, 1971. I believe in what he said. May 26, 1971. May 26, 1971. May 26th. If you run these days, look at that. 188, 86, 7. When he rises, oh no, my bad. I got the wrong date. All right, so it's 188, 87, 74, 51, 81. That works for me. You still got the 18 with the 88. On the rising day, it turns into Adam. 18, 88, 76. 18 is 6 plus 6 plus 6. 88 is Trump. 76 is Adam. The Black Adam rises. Son of a gun, right? The Donnie Darko date. $125.37 on the rising day. $125.35. 34 years, 3 months. It's 343 coded on the rising day, which is 7 times 7 times 7 with a 27. Look at the hours when he rises. 300 for that movie 300. 888. Wow. 41, 127. 411 months, 27 days. 41, the victory. Remember, my first victory of being a head football coach was 41-13 was the score. I've got the newspaper clipping. I've showed it to y'all before. It was on October 19th, 2003. And remember, Adam has won 41-13. But what's weird is, guess what the 13th prime number is? 41. Oh, man, y'all. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. What would Trump be in the hours when he rises? Well, he's 27,988. In the hours, he's 6,71712. 717 is the reversal counting to 9 by a clock, 143. So 1 minute, 43 seconds plus 7 minutes, 17 seconds gives you the perfect 9 minutes. He is 76 years, 7 months, 15 days. 91915, 7667, 95 of a common year. What is all this from when Sirius the Dog Star rose? I know y'all are asking that one. It's 170 days. 168 when he goes down. All right, what we need to do is run this rising date to our abomination of desolation, April 20th. 81 days. 81 days. When he goes down, it's 83 days. It's 2 months, 22 days for 222 coding to the abomination of desolation. If you run it from the day he gets whacked, it's 83 days for murder code. It's 224. And I am 224 days old, as we know, on that day. I'll be 224, 78 the day he goes down. I'll be 61 years, 6 months, 14 days for 6/14, his birthday. I've definitely coded Donald Trump on the day he would go down, if he goes down. And guess what? I'll be on the day he rises. "61 years. Let me look at this again. Yeah, that didn't look right. Notice how it changed? How did that happen? Because I knew I was past the 78 already. I'll be 22485. I'll be 61621. So yeah, I'll be 22485 when he goes down. We already got that built in. Let's double check it. Yep, I'll be 22485. The day he goes down, stepdaughter will be 9080. I did 9082 a while ago. What about 9080? 908 times 7154. 83. 9.08 times her, 113,886. Ends in an 88. Begins with a single digit 0, so times it by GOD. Let's look at Mayday, 13785. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Candy with that 98, 88, 98, 89, then 17990. All right. I could do this all day. Now I'm obsessed. I gotta stop. All right. I don't like choosing dates. I like when we look around at different dates. It's so much easier. Okay. All right. The big reason, the thing that really snapped it to me was going back and looking at Candy and I's combined anomaly that said 2001 followed by 127. But that's the year before. That's telling you the year before. But is she Eve to my Adam? Remember, my birthday is Adam. So we're always on the eve of the year. So it says 2001 is occurring on January 27th. And we went back to double check it. We went back to the year 2000, the year before 2001. We said 2000 times she and I's combined number. And we got 911. And you have the January 26th, which would be the eve of the event. Let's look at her times the 26. See if we get any Eve coding out of this. The 1-4 tray. $88 right in the middle when you do 26 day times the date of 1 times 26. So it's 2 26s. And if we remember, $365 minus 20 is $339. Remember, there's 727, 77, 187. Golly. Future tense on the eve of times her, times it by the year, which that should really explode it. And there it is, 886 for the 68, which would be his rising. Now remember, she comes to 1117. Let's just look at her number times the offing day. She comes to 1117 times this year. So let's look at her times that day, times 27th day, times 10th month. It ends in an 88, times it by 2023. $7154, a number followed by 0. Nothing much. The 69 is dead in the middle, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With 76s, 66s, 69s, 96s, 97th verse is the seal. But the 69 in the middle, if you remember on our divorce day, which was 332 days left in the year on February 2nd, it's day 33. When you times it by the year and the future tense of the divorce, it's 666, ends in 88, but it's got that 69 in the middle, and there's that 69. That's her times that day. 5.5244 times 27 times 27 times 288, 121 Antichrist, divided by one of the 27s. Dadgummit, I screwed up. Do it again. 55244 times 27 times the future tense again was what? 339. Ah, okay. So if you go her number 244 times 27th day times, and you just got the 88 times 2023 times future tense of 339. You get the day we met, 1022. It's 1 followed by a 0, goes 7154. God, there's all kind of stuff in there. There's our divorce and everything. February 2nd in 09. That's big for him being 86th. Divide it. Divide it back by 7154, times it by the other 27. And now we're done. Okay. You see 276. But there's the date right there. So anyway, it's got legs. It's got potential because of the anomaly and how it matches up with the anomaly. There's a bunch of stuff I'll do tomorrow. I got to stop. It's getting late and I shouldn't make videos this long. All right. Love y'all. Thanks, Christian. That was good stuff.